So today we're going to look at a really interesting little pen, and it's one of my own from my personal collection, and it's one I'm very fond of, and I actually haven't really talked about it too much, which is kind of interesting. And it's a Faber Castell Loom. It's a simple looking pen, black cap, chromed metal body with a matching clip. When you think about the discussion of which is better, a gold nib or a metal nib, stainless steel stainless steel nib, most people would say gold, right? That's where they. But there's something to be said about the nibs on Faber Castell pens. They have quite possibly the nicest steel nibs around. And I don't know who, I'm not too sure who exactly makes their nibs. I think maybe they do. But, you know, when you look at it, there's a nice little pattern on it. And this one's a medium. There's a little sort of a nice dot matrix going on there. And, you know, it looks, first impression, it looks like a standard steel nib. But there's a lot of spring and softness to these nibs. Steel nibs tend to be, you know, they write very well, but there's not a lot of flex. There's not a lot of line variation unless you get like a broad or something like that, or a special grind or something. But these nibs, if you're looking for something with a little spring to it, a Faber Castell medium nib might be where you want to try. So this isn't inked up, but we're going to ink it up today, and I'm going to use I'm going to go, I think, with a Ferris wheel ink, a Ferris wheel press, and I'm going to put the pumpkin patch in it. I was just thinking this might be interesting in this pen. So I haven't actually tried to use these. I'm going to put this right in the stand I made for it, and take the cap off, and then fill from there. That's probably the best thing. And even then, can I fill? Yes, I think I can. So let's see what we got here. Nope. I'm gonna have to pull that out, dip it in, do it the old-fashioned way. I'm not too sure how I'm going to like this ink. I just thought I'd try it in a pen that had a little bit of line variation. I find it looks nice when I put it down as an ink splot, but might be a little light for my taste, but we're going to see. So let's talk about the pen a bit. It's pull cap, of course. Now, it's almost continual barrel. There's just sort of a, you know, textured end here with some ribs just to make the grip section, you know, less slippery in your fingers. The stainless steel would be very smooth and pretty hard to hold onto. So this just gives it a little bit more texture, makes it easier to hold, and it's actually quite comfortable. It's not exactly the lightest pen. It's not the lightest pen I have, but not the heaviest probably, but it's got a nice weight to it. You feel it's substantial. It's a little smaller in length, a little smaller, say, than the TWSBI Echo, shorter, of course. The body is actually, the barrel is actually fairly close to the barrel of the TWSBI. You uncap it, posts very nicely, and this one actually, when it, you know, even though it's a large cap, doesn't feel back weighted. It feels very comfortable in my hand. And we're going to do a little writing sample, see how it writes. And I keep hitting this camera. So, the quick. On the pen, when you look at that, actually, there's the ink itself. It's the Ferris wheel pumpkin patch. There's some color variation occurring, and I like that. And when you, and as you can see, there's line variation occurring too. That's down to the nib having just a bit of softness. I wouldn't push too hard on it. Usually what I ink this up in with is, I think the last one I had in it was Noodler's Cinnamon, and I've done other reddish inks in it too. And I'll, I like that, and I'll continue to keep that. I'll keep that in until it runs dry. I don't think I'll send anybody a letter with it, but it'll be fine in a journal. I'll use it for my journaling. There's some nice shading going on with the line variation. And yes, so as you can see, when you get some nice thin strokes, downstroke is nice and thick. Cross strokes are thin. It almost feels like in some ways that's almost like a broad or something like that, even though it's in medium. Yeah, and it's not the wettest ink I've seen. It's a nice ink. And so yeah, that's the Faber Castell Loom. And if you like this video, I invite you to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, I'd really love it if you subscribe. It's fun doing it, and and if you have any comments, do you like the loom? Do you have any other colors? That's the great thing. It comes in some really nice colors. My daughter has a nice terracotta one. Maybe I'll do a video on that too. So yes, it comes in a number of colors. A couple different finishes. Beautiful pen in my opinion. Nice workhorse pen. Great writer. And a very reasonable price for what you get. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.